Hello everyone. If you saw my March TBR, you may know that I said I think this book will be my 5-star prediction. And funnily enough, I haven't had a 5-star yet this year. We're already in the month of March and I haven't had a 5-star. I'm very picky about my 5 stars, so I think that might be why. I feel like there was a few books that I maybe could have given 5 stars, but I was like, no. Picky. Anywho, I do think that this could be a 5-star for me. It's got queer romance in it. It's got lots of fantasy. It's got a bog monster. Gotta love a bog monster. Got Slavic folklore. All the things I could ever want in a fantasy. So I really feel like this could be for me. So we're gonna see in this video, is this and it kind of match? Oh my god, wait, like I really kind of match. That's cute. Okay, good for me. So we're gonna see in this video if this will be my first 5-star of this year. So let's go and read This Fatal Kiss. So I am 100 pages in, and it's really slow. Like, agonizingly slow. I don't know, I'm reading it, I feel like, I'm like kind of on my knees, so like, it's kind of awkward to sit. I'm reading it at a fast pace, but like, nothing has happened. Not a single thing. Nothing of interest has happened and I'm already 110 pages in. Also, I just feel like they're really over-explaining everything. There's certain times like I wish they would just show us instead of telling us. The love interest has one eye blue and one eye green, and so I keep thinking of my dog because he also, I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it in this light. But he also has one eye that's blue and one eye is green. So I just think, oh, that's my dog. But no, it's the love interest, so I have to like think that. They keep mentioning that too, and I'm like, guys, I get it. I get it, he has 2 different colored eyes. You don't have to mention it every single time he comes into the scene. But I'm still hoping it's gonna be 5 stars. If it picks up within the plot, I'm sure it'll be great. So I found an example of what I was talking about, or in the last clip, where they kind of over-explain everything a little too much. Let me first read you this one chapter. This is the start of the chapter. The culprit was a Domowik, a house spirit. They took the form of tiny people or small animals like cats and snakes, and they made their home beneath thresholds and behind stoves, in the dark corners of kitchens and attics. This one had assumed the guise of a grandfatherly man. He wore a sooty black vest and had a long fire red beard. One, already too much information that I don't really need to know. But this is like literally the page before. Let me read you this. The one character said, I think it's a Domowik. And then the main girl goes, a Domowik? A house spirit? She didn't know much about them other than that they could mend things and sometimes did chores, right? And then that was on this page. Now on this page, she said, she pounced with unnatural speed, seizing the creature by the front of its sooty vest before it could fight back. It was of more or less human form, but hairier, and 2 small pointed horns poked from its forehead. Its bushy fire red beard and grandfatherly look reminded her of the bathhouse spirit. Okay? Those two descriptors of what they're fighting is right here. The next page is them re-explaining all over again in almost textbook format the same thing. Like, that's what I'm talking about within this book. They just keep over-explaining everything multiple times and I think I just said it really well too, in textbook format. Like, why do I need to read it like that? I just want to read the story casually, and then these things come up casually. Like the first, like, when it's like this, I don't like. This is very textbook, don't like. The way it was described before when she was fighting it, how she was like noticed these things while she's fighting it, that's more natural. That makes more sense. Every single time, like, they talk about their sexuality, they're always like, yeah, I like girls and boys just like Gisela. And then Gisela will be like, yeah, I like girls and boys just like Kazakh. And then it's like, they said it again. They're like, yeah, Alexi doesn't like girls and boys just like me and Gisela. I'm like, oh my god. I know you guys like girls and boys. I don't need to know it 5 more times. I get it. I get it. I also feel like they're really dumb. There's this one character that is so clearly the bad guy, right? So clearly, like, they have made it very obvious. And yet, the main characters are just like, that's such a coinky dink that this bad thing is happening next to this guy who's totally not the bad guy. He's the bad guy. It's getting a little frustrating. And another thing, the character that is clearly the bad guy / like demon that I was talking about before, they keep trying to reiterate like he's a human, right? So it's like they think they can trick us. They're like, yeah, this guy, he's a human. Just so y'all remember, like every single chance they get, they mention he's a human. Like they'll be in a fight and they'll be like, oh, he can't help because he's a human. And then the next thing happens, someone outs the girl as a demon, and then the other character's like, yeah, it's definitely only Gisela because the other guy's a human. They make sure to tell ya, this man, just so y'all know, he's a human. Totally not a demon. Human. And then I promise you, later on in this book, it's gonna be like, tricked ya! This man's a demon. And we're supposed to fall for it. We're supposed to fall for it. I ain't falling for your games. You can't get me. Alright, so I'm not as mad anymore because we 100% know that I was right. The demon is who I thought he was. And it's not at the end. I thought they were gonna wait till the very end and be like, haha, gotcha, you know. He's not who you thought you were, but that's not what they're doing. And so I applaud. I take back everything I said. Yes, I'm happy to know that I was one right. And I'm also happy to report that I was also, though, wrong. I was wrong thinking she was thinking I was stupid. Like, she just went out and told. I do think we were supposed to be somewhat shocked by this revelation, but it came out so casually that I'm actually not sure if we were or not. I'm not sure if this was supposed to be a big plot twist or not. That's all I have to say. I was wrong about, I was too angry before, but I'm calm now. I'm calm and I'm ready to keep reading. Fun fact about me, I built my shelves. Not this one, but I built this one. And it fucking fell while I was gone today. Thank God I was gone. Because usually I sit like right here and read. I would have died. I did start picking shit up. Like, there's one pile, but there's my TBR jar. Luckily my Lego did fall. I would have cried if it smashed into a million pieces, but like, this is what we're working with. Lucky me. Yay. Don't look at the mess. Because the bookshelf fell yesterday, I've got nowhere to put half my stuff. Nowhere to sit my camera casually. So I have to like lie down with y'all. Like, this feels silly. Anywho, I am close to being finished. If y'all can see, that is where my bookmark is. Yep. That's where my bookmark is. I'm close to finishing. And all I have to say is, it's not going to be a 5 stars. 4 stars? Yeah. Could be. 5 stars? I don't think so. The pacing of the book is very weird. Like, the character will be like, oh, I have to go do this super important thing. Like, I could literally die if I do not do this super important thing. And then there's 5 pages of her just chit-chatting with someone. I thought we were supposed to be rushing to do the important thing. But now we're just going to chit-chat. Okay. I also feel like it 100% could be at the very least 100 pages shorter. There's just nothing going on half the time. I hate thinking that this is slow, right? Because I like slow books usually. So why don't I like this slow book? But for example, I like A Winter's Promise. That book was slow as shit. Nothing was happening a lot of times. So why do I like that one? But this one is just too slow for me. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on in my brain. And I wish I could figure it out. I wish I could explain it to you. But I really can't because I don't even know. I don't know why. I definitely feel like this book could be a 4 stars. We need to see what the ending's like. I have about like, I think it was like 68 pages or something left. So I will read that today. And then I will get back to you on my full thoughts and opinions. Alright, let me get off this goddamn floor. Bye! Huh? That's it? What? Let's discuss. Ultimately, I gave this book a 3 stars. First, I feel like I should maybe explain a little bit of what it's about. So this is about Gisela, who is a 16-year-old girl who died a year ago and became a water nymph. You know, a lot of her water nymph pals, gal pals, and then the water goblin, they told her, if you kiss a human boy, you can become human again, right? And she has responsibilities to her family in the human world, so she really, really wants to become human again. Now, the story of kissing someone to become human is more of a fable. They don't know if it really is true or not, but Gisela's willing to try. She'll do anything to become human because she really, really wants to get back to her family. But the problem is that there is this exorcist, Kazakh, who is really like mean to spirits. He like thinks spirits are like the worst thing ever because he's very saintly, you know. He doesn't think he's a witch. He thinks like, you know, he's an exorcist. He's a guide of his gods guide him, you know, kind of thing. And so he thinks spirits and stuff are an abomination and he must exorcise them, you know, whatever. He really does not like Gisela because Gisela is like always taunting him with like flirtatious taunts and like getting in his way and stuff, while he's getting in the way of her being able to kiss someone. Anytime she's close to kissing someone, he's like, not today, bitch, and like gets in her way to try to, you know, exorcise her or whatever. But she always ends up running away. So one day, Kazakh does catch her and tries to exorcise her, and he can't. For some reason, his magic is just not working. And he's like, I don't get it. Why have the gods forsaken me? Right? And so, little Miss Gisela plans a little something in her head. She's like, you are going to help me kiss someone, right? You can't exorcise people. I won't tell any of the other spirits that you can't exorcise people because, you know, most of the spirits don't like him because he's a rightful bitch towards them. So she's like, I'm not going to tell them as long as you help me get a kiss and don't interfere right now, right? Well, whoop-de-doo, looky-roo. I've never said that in my life before, and I don't even think that's a saying. She finds out that Kazakh's friend is the guy she's been wanting to kiss, right? So she's all like, great, you're gonna help me. And Kazakh's like, fuck, why does it have to be him? Like, that's his crush. And so he's like, why? He's like, whatever, he doesn't like me anyways. He's like, he probably won't like Giselle anyways. He's like too cool for us. Like, truly, he's not gonna like us. So he's like, I'll just help her. It'll keep her busy and out of my hair, and she won't be messing around with the humans and trying to drown them and shit. So that's basically the whole gist. I don't want to tell too much because I don't want to ruin any, like, you know, secrets. I think my real issue with this book is the pacing. It is so long, and for what? And for what? It could have completely been 100 pages less. But here's a plot twist for you. This is gonna have a second book. Why? This own book could have been 100 pages left. Let's take the second book that I know is also probably gonna be way too long and merge it and make a standalone. I don't know why every single fantasy author thinks, oh, I have to make a duology, I have to make a trilogy, I have to make a 7-book series. No, you don't. Stop it. I would have preferred if this was a much shorter book and it be a standalone. I think I would have liked it way, 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 way more. I like short books. I love standalone fantasies. Some of my favorite fantasies have been standalone fantasies. I was reading this and I had like 100 pages left and I'm like, where is she gonna go from here? I feel like the story is done. She kept repeating a lot of stuff, and that was another thing that just like really bugged me. One thing I did like about this was the relationship between Kazakh and Gisela was written very well. I liked the development of him starting to, you know, become friends with her and then starting to develop feelings for her and stuff. And I really thought it was done well. But then there was like a third love interest. Where was any of his love development? It was just like both of them like him because he's good looking. And that's all we got. Like, there's no development of actual feelings towards him. And another thing, this goes into the repetition. I don't need to know every time they look at him that he has one blue eye that's blue like the ocean and one green eye that's green as a forest leaf. I'm not even kidding you. That was the description used for him at least 7 times within this book. I don't even... Please. Like, I didn't need to know that many times. Once, twice, good. If the next book is like less than 200 pages or like 250 pages, I may read it just because I would like to know what comes with these characters. But if it is not, if it is another 400 book, I can't do it. I'm so sorry. Also, the romance in this too, which I feel like is one of the main plots of this book, is the romance. They didn't kiss till probably around here. Not much romantic stuff happened in these. I thought, you know, there's a little bit of flirtation, but it was mainly friendship development, which I really liked. It's just, if you're gonna make it romance kind of be one of the main plots, I would have liked a little more romance. It was not 5 stars, unfortunately, but I had an enjoyable time reading it, especially in the beginning. I think towards the end I started like checking out because I was just like, is this never ending? Like, I thought it was gonna go on forever. Do with that what you will. And I will say, if you are younger than me, like in more of your teens, you may enjoy this a lot more than I did, because I feel like if I was still in my teens, I would have quite enjoyed this. I do recommend to try. You might like it. It might be more up your alley, especially if you like a much slower paced plot book. I usually like slow paced books, but I don't know. I don't know what happened here. But I did give it a 3 stars, so it's still good. Wait, they don't love you like I love you, no wait. I do love Kazakh. Kazakh, I do like the characters too, though. Like, that is a very good point of this book. Really liked the characters. I loved just listening to them talk. I thought they were very well developed, very good characters. I don't want to be hateful, because I really don't. I hate giving sometimes honest reviews because I just feel mean when I don't like a book. But I feel like that's the point of this whole video, is to make a review of this book. I was just hoping it was gonna be 5 stars, so it's a little sad. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and comment down below the frog emoji if you're watching till now. I hope to see you again. Bye bye.